Thank you, good sponsor, Mr. President. Uh, ito rin po ba ang rason kaya po ang batas na mayroong pinakamalaking funding deficiency ay ang revised AFP Modernization Program or RA 10349? Base kasi sa binigay ng DBM na updates on laws with funding deficiency as of July 30, 2024, 2.138 trillion ang kulang na pundo ng revised AFP Modernization Program. Ang malungkot pa dito, yung original proposal sa NEP na 50 billion for the revised AFP Modernization Program, binawasan pa ng 10 billion sa GAB.
Mr. President, actually, nung 2023, yung revised AFP Modernization Program na 41 billion. 41 billion. Ang actual gastos. Tapos, nung 2024, yung NEP binigay 50 billion. Ang GAA binigay 40 billion. Pero ang proposed 2025 budget natin, 50 billion. Tumataas naman. Pero syempre sa modernization program, marami talaga tayong mga nililista na gusto na kailangan natin. Parang wishlist natin. Pero katulad rin ng mga wishlist ng iba, halimbawa, yung mga karsada tulay ng infrastruktura sa DPWH o kaya para sa edukasyon, yung mga bilang ng mga silid-aralan, hindi natin nabibigay lahat-lahat yung kailangan kaagad.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Because alam ko,
Pero tumaas pa rin.
tumaas ba?
Oo, tumaas. From the 2024, tumaas pa rin yung... Oo. 40 ang gaan ng 2024. Ito, proposed pa lang. 50 billion na tayo. So, 10 billion ang tinaas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pero nakalagay sa NEP is 50, binawasan ng 10 sa GAB. So, sa ating inadapt ngayon, 40. 40.
Oo.
40
Pero
ang
ano
inadapt
mo,
natin.
di ba, hindi pa naman tapos. So, syempre, pwede ka pang mag-propose.
Kaya nga, mga preliminary ko yan. Mga preliminary. Mr. President, yung good sponsor, ano po ba ang maaari nating gawin para mapataas ang funding ng ating defense sector? Saan po kaya tayo maaaring kumuha ng pundo para po tuluyan na tayo magkaroon ng modernized armed forces, especially now that the DND adopts the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept? May mahanap siguro tayo, Mr. President, good sponsor.
Sa ngayon, Mr. President, yung mga nahanap ay yung nalagay natin dito sa budget na. Yun nga ang sinasabi ng ating secretary, wala nang pagkukunan sa ngayon. So unless magpalit tayo ng mga ibang items or priorities, nandun tayo sa amount na at the most yung binigay nga ng NEP na 50 billion.
Mr. President.
Na sana hindi na natin bawasan.
Senator
So, pwede
Tolentino,
naman natin.
recognized. President, if I may just interject a short one-liner. Perhaps, and I've been saying this in several fora, perhaps it's about time for the defense establishment as well as the DBM, Department of Finance, to consider the concept of lease of naval vessels, lease of aircraft, which we cannot purchase through the General Appropriations Act. So, Mr. President, may I ask if the concept of lease, which is being done even by Singapore's Navy, they're leasing a submarine from Europe, even the U.S. Marines, they're leasing a logistic ship, Mr. President. Is the concept of lease open now to the government's finance cluster. Mas mura po yung lease, Arkela lang. Ginagawa po ng iba't ibang bansa. Singapore is a submarine because they lease a vessel from Slovenia, Mr. President. Can we have an answer on this?
Of course, if the quality is not compromised and it's cheaper, but the proposal has to come from the AFP.
Right.
That's
why the chairman of the Defense Subcommittee is here. Is he likewise open to that concept? It's being
Yes.
done by other countries.
Yes, Mr. President, Your Honor. But still, we have to consult the end users, the AFP. So,
Even France is leasing several vessels, Mr. President.
yeah, if it's more economical on the part of the government, then why not do it? I'm agreeing to your proposal, Mr. President, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to have that inserted into the records.
Thank you. To continue, good sponsor, Mr. President. Kaya ko nabanggit itong issue na ito because being a former member of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, former member of the Philippine National Police, and now a senator of the Republic, I can't help but point out a glaring contradiction na nakikita ko. Kasi every time may mangyaring hindi maganda during our resupply missions to the Ayungin Shoal, pag mayroon tayong sailor na naputulan ng daliri dahil tinapyas ng Chinese Coast Guard or Chinese militia, or meron tayong mga maliliit na bangka na gamit ng Coast Guard or ng BIFAR natin or ng Marines or ng Navy, tinangga, our immediate reaction is like this. We condemn in the highest terms this incident, and we have to see to it that we have to modernize our Philippine Navy. Yung palagi ang linya nating masasabi as politicians, as legislators. And now, here comes the budget deliberation. Binawasan pa ng 10 billion yung NEP ng Department of National Defense. So, ang nakikita ko, there is always a contradiction in what we say and what we do. Sana, coordinated palagi or synchronized yung sinasabi natin as politicians at yung ginagawa natin as legislators who have the power of the purse. Kasi ako, mabalungkot talaga isipin, ang ating palaging instruction sa ating mga kasundaluhan, mga sailors, marines, coast guards, tiis-tiis lang kayo dyan. Hindi natin kayang girahin talaga yung China, malaki yan. Please avoid frontal confrontation with them. Please exercise escape and evasion. So kung ako ngayon ordinaryong sundalo, ordinaryong sailor, ordinaryong coast guard na nandoon nakadeploy sa West Philippines, isipin ko palagi okay lang ito. Maghirap tayo na maghirap dito. Because ang gobyerno naman ay nasa likuran natin palagi, sinusuportahan tayo. Pero kung malaman nila ito na ultimo yung kanilang may batas na nga na nagsasabi para dito sa AP Modernization Program, hindi pa natin ma-implement. Kung ano yung hiningi nila, proposal nila na 50 billion, babawasan pa ng 10 billion, ay parang malungkot yung ating kasundaluhan, yung sailors natin kapag ganyan ang nangyayari. I've been in the front line. Alam ko, I'm willing to die for this country if the government has my back. Ganun palagi iniisip namin mga sundalo, mga pulis. But kung ganun man lang na itong mga politiko na ito, magaling lang mag-condemn. Condemn to the highest standards. The atrocities, the bullying being perpetrated by the Chinese to our sailors, to our coast guards. We have to modernize our armed forces. Tapos, pagdating sa budget deliberation, imbis dagdagan, bawasan pa natin. So, nakakalungkot po isipin pag ganun. I hope don't get me wrong. I am just voicing out because nakikita ko in this august body, I am the one representing the army, the sailors, the soldiers, the sailors, the coast guards, the marines, and all the uniformed services of this country. So sana po yung my previous appeal to the good chairman, the good sponsor, na kung baka pwedeng mabalik natin yung konti, yung binawas ng 10 billion. Kahit na kung hindi natin kaya ibalik yung 10 billion sa kanilang original proposal sa NEP, baka pwedeng kahit papaano mabalik natin yung ibang halaga doon. Just to make our soldiers, our sailors feel good, Mr. President, that their government is after their welfare. Because itong AP modernization na ito, major pa ako, andyan na yan, hanggang ngayon, dami nang nagdaan ng presidente, sad to say, talagang kulang pa rin tayo sa modernization. And we are not blaming our government because talagang wala man talaga tayong pera. Hindi natin sila biniblame ang gobyerno natin. Hirap tayo sa pera. Pero kung maramdaman ko, being a soldier, being a sailor, na iba pala yung priority ng gobyerno natin, pina-priority pa yung sige pamigay ng akap, sige pamigay ng mga ayuda, tapos tayo dito, yung ating modernization ay napapabayaan. So I am talking about the moral of our people in the field. Mr. President, good sponsor. So yun lang gusto ko iparating. Sana kung with your initial